a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo,
yeah.
no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here
my content, my channel, to break the stereotype, break the image that a single mothers are so angelic, they're so amazing, you know, that men are the worst, men are the problem, men are the root of every evil or bad thing. This is disgusting. Like, for one, you shouldn't bring your kids out to when you're having parties, when you're having fun, because most likely you show a terrible self. You show a terrible image of yourself to your kids. That's the thing, you know, you want to be ratchet, you want to be irresponsible. Do it not in front of your kids. It's disgusting. Such a bad example of parenting, of being an adult. And second of all, it's just that this is the thing where women will blame men, right? Fathers, men, that they scar their children, how they treat their children, and all this stuff, right? Blame men. Oh, it's because of men why their children are who they are. But sometimes I like to, I'm not saying that it might not be a factor, but I would like to hit back on that, you know what, a lot of times women take away accountability and try to deflect the blame, that they have no blame in how their kids turn out. Because this type of boy, whether this is true or not, because the internet, who knows, right? But it happens. This image, shit like this happens out in the real world. Okay? So you can understand that you will probably turn your kid, right, your son especially, into the men that they treat women terribly, see women as sexual objects, right? And cheat on women, abuse women, so on and so on, because of your actions, right? How you show your son what women are like. And imagine if you had well, you saw a little girl in there, right? Imagine now, this is the image you're showing to a woman. You're a sexual object, right? You know, this is the thing where women don't understand the impact they have on their kids. I honestly believe, right, an absent dad is terrible, but a terrible present, like what I said, what's even worse is a terrible present mom, right? A terrible present mom. The constant in your life, in your child's life, if she's terrible, the mother, that's gonna ruin the child a whole lot more than an absent father, in my opinion.
Obviously, from first glance, you can tell that this kid is mad that his mom is twerking on some fucking random ass nigga that he doesn't know, right? Hey, I'm a man. I'm sure most men feel like this. If we see our mom fucking twerking on somebody, we're probably gonna push our mom off. Like, why are you doing that around me? I don't want to see that shit, right? Like, that you don't do that around children. Also, my parents are married, so I have more of a fucking incentive to save my parents' marriage if something like that ever happened. Like, yo, to be honest, it all really just depends on the time and the place. And I think that just wasn't the time nor the place to be doing that in front of your child. And honestly, it's not just the mom's fault. There's always that one nigga who's gonna try to push boundaries and just be weird about it. Like, yo, what happened to fucking respect? Like, you don't get at people around their children, around their family members. There's just certain shit that you just don't do, right?
I gave my take. Please check out the video. I gave my take on that video that he's talking about. But one thing that I wanted to talk about is what this young man is talking about. This is the thing where, how can you hold men accountable for what women allow? He said push boundary. What boundary? She had none. She allowed him to, go up on her. She allowed it. So what was the boundary? This is the thing where, and to assume that, okay, he knew that, oh, her son is there, oh, I shouldn't do that. No, don't assume that stuff, okay? It's the mother's job to, have those boundaries, to have that, to really put other people in their place that crosses a boundary. But she didn't have none. That's the thing, where no one is talking about the guy because it don't matter about him. He's a faceless person. Okay, it's the woman that, one, allowed that to happen. Two, did it in front of her child. And if you watch the full video, she didn't care. She didn't care. And that's the thing where we see we see other children there. Okay, this is the thing. This is why I said we hold women accountable, because at the end of the day, no man can do anything, right, that a woman wouldn't allow legally. Okay, no man could do anything that a woman wouldn't allow. That's why you usually wouldn't hold men accountable for certain things, especially in situations like this, in the men and women dynamic, because like I said, men shouldn't and can't do anything. Like I said, men can't do nothing if a woman didn't allow him to do it. Okay, it's her responsibility. It's her kid. It's her responsibility to have boundaries and stick to those boundaries. She didn't. So at the end of the day, it's the mother. Okay, it's not. It has nothing to do with the man. Creators talking about this, right? This is the thing, right? I get attacked by saying, stay out of black people business. When none of the creators, no one with any kind of following blasts this, right? Calls this out. So then an Asian man calls out the hypocrisies, the delusions, right? The bad behaviors of people. That's when you want to say something. That's when you want to do something. I saw these videos and pictures of like the black women having burns, right? How they're losing hair. Their hairline is being destroyed by doing things like this. No man is asking for that. No black man is asking for that. And if you don't know, I date predominantly black women. I don't ask for that. I don't care about that. Okay? And then I'm trying to hold other people accountable. Things like, why are you doing this? Why are you spreading down this, passing down these knowledge, this influence onto the next generation? Why are you doing this? It's needless. No one's asking for it. That little girl was pretty regardless. She was gorgeous. This is the thing where you have no creative. Yes, people type in the comment sections. That's great. But that's not, you're not truly voicing an opinion, right? We have the ability to now, right? Everyone has the chance to create their own platform and voice their opinions. No one's trying to build a following. No one's truly holding people accountable. And this is what I'm doing, right? I'm doing it my own way. I love and I care for black community, black people. My friends are black. My child is black, half black. I care because I don't want the stereotypes, the stigmas, this generational curse to keep on passing generation after generation. I think it's sad. I really do. And I care, but whatever, I guess.
Why didn't you get married to the fathers?
Why? I got enough problems taking care of the kids. I gotta nurse him too.
Well, maybe he could have taken care of all of you.
No, I'm afraid not. Neither one of them has as much money as me.
Things like this prove men right. Women intentionally ignore red flags. They know that getting with this man, there's no future in getting with this man. They know it. And yet women still do it. And then they will complain about it. But they know, that's why I said women aren't as stupid as they proclaim to be. Because they know that that life with this man will end in you're not being together with this man. And yet they still think it's logical to have a child with this man that you deem not fit to be with for the rest of your life? Make it make sense. You think that it is something special that... Why do think women think that it will make them look good to have children with men that they deem unfit, right? She makes more than these men, yet she thought it was a good idea to have kids with these type of men. Men that can't take care of their kids, can't take care of her, right? They can't handle their responsibilities. This is the thing where women think it's a flex or it's something special, or it shows you that you're not just as well terrible of a person for having children with deadbeat men. This is the thing where I never understand. Plus this, most likely, and I was saying, seen as is an old video, this is what starts generational curses. Mindset like this will be passed on down to the children. And the children, right, if she has girls or even boys, right, will think the life of a single parent, choosing terrible partners. They will repeat that mistake, and then so on and so on. This is why I and many other men hold other women accountable. You're talking about, okay, why don't we hold the men accountable? We do. Men saying, don't get with these type of men. They're terrible men. And yet, women ignore that and still get with these men. This is why we say we cannot hold men accountable when women will destroy that accountability. Okay? When we say that these men are players, bad boys, Chads, Tyrones, these men will cheat on you, these men have options, these men will look down on you. Okay? These men are just playing you. You still get with these men. So what is the point of holding these men accountable when women still get with these men? Because one thing you can't do is you can't change people. Men know that. So we're not changing these men. We're telling you to stay away from these men. And yet you want to change these men. You want to get with these men. And then you wonder why you are repeating generational curses. Unbelievable.